Shabads 1077 and 1078, Mahatma Mangat Ram Ji, Vani. Introduction. This commentator has difficulty understanding the deep teaching of Maharaji or Saint Mangat Ram Ji. He requests forgiveness for his mistakes. This is not literal translation of the original in Hindi, but paraphrase. Shabad 1077. निष्काम कर्म जो मार्ग साधी, निष्काम कर्म जो मार्ग साधी, कामना वेग की मिटी उपाधि, कामना वेग की मिटी उपाधि। निष्काम कर्म जो मार्ग साधी, कामना वेग की मिटी उपाधि। The commentator needs to do his actions selflessly. His desire would be decreased. Desire is the root of his suffering. Comment. Let the commentator do karmas or actions to decrease his desire. At present, his karmas or actions increase his desire for money. During his karmas, he wants approval of worldly people. He wants to be worldly like other people. He wants to belong. He wants to be part of the herd. He wants to follow other worldly people and fall in a ditch like them. His way should be exactly opposite of them. His way should be the less traveled road. Let him do karmas or actions to remove his desire for wealth and worldly applause. Desire is the root of his suffering. Buddha also said, desire is the root of rebirth and suffering. Line 2. Prabhacharani paya vishwasa, Prabhacharani paya vishwasa, नित नित राखी तिसकी आशा, नित नित राखी तिसकी आशा। प्रभचरनी पाया विश्वासा, नित नित राखी तिसकी आशा। Let him have full faith in God. He took every care of him since his childhood. Why would he stop taking care of him in every way? Let him place every hope in God. Let him place hope in God rather than his cleverness and intelligence. Line 3. Sarjanhar so sat pachani, Sarjanhar so sat pachani, तिसकी सेव चित सुनी कहानी, तिसकी सेव चित सुनी कहानी। सर्जनहार सो सत पछानी, तिसकी सेव चित सुनी कहानी। God is true and the word is false. He needs to serve God with all his heart. Comment. Maharaji told him that only God is true and the word is false. During his activities, only God is true and worldly cleverness, cunning, wealth, practical mindedness do not mean a thing. Only God matters in the end and nothing else. The worldly wealth is a heap of dirt. Real wealth is his devotion for God, which would accompany him to the next life. He paid attention to this teaching with all his heart. In the end, only service to God matters and nothing else. Line 4. सब संसार से फीका होई, सब संसार से फीका होई, प्रभ आधार ल्यो जीवन परोई, प्रभ आधार ल्यो जीवन परोई. Only God can appease him fully. What can the empty pleasure of the world give him? Only God gives him the greatest happiness. He does not need anything else. Let his karmas become karma yoga. Let his karmas or actions become a way to decrease desire rather than increase it. At present, his karmas or actions only increase the fire of his desire. Line 5. मन की मैल पल पल कर धोई, मन की मैल पल पल कर धोई, द्वंद्व विकार जो कर्म प्रगटोई, द्वंद्व विकार जो कर्म प्रगटोई. मन की मैल पल पल कर धोई, द्वंद्व विकार जो कर्म प्रगटोई. He needs to wash away the filth of his mind each and every moment. Whenever God is kind to him, he develops ahankara or false pride. Instead of being grateful, he increases his ahankara or false pride. His actions produce raga and dvesha, attraction and aversion. His actions make him restless. His actions do not lead to peace of mind. He needs to wash away the filth of his mind during his activities. Line 6. साचे नाम की सत कीरत गाई, साचे नाम की सत कीरत गाई, पल पल तिस की शोभा ध्याई, पल पल तिस की शोभा ध्याई. साचे नाम की सतकीरत गाई, पल पल तिसकी शोभा ध्याई. He needs to sing glory of the name. He needs to reflect on the glory of the name. The name is Guru Mangat Ram Ji. Maha Mantra is a reincarnation of God. As his understanding grows, he understands the immense value of the name. Line 7. ठाकर साचा सच कर माना, ठाकर साचा सच कर माना, चित्त से ध्याया तिस फरमाना, चित्त से ध्याया तिस फरमाना. ठाकर साचा सच कर माना, चित्त से ध्याया तिस फरमाना. God alone is his true employer. He needs to work only for him. He needs to ask for God's will many times a day. Line 8. दुर्मत अगन भरम सब नासी, दुर्मत अगन भरम सब नासी, निष्काम कर्म में लयो निवासी, निष्काम कर्म में लयो निवासी. दुर्मत अगन भरम सब नासी, निष्काम कर्म में लियो निवासी. He burns with fire of desire when he does any worldly activity. Selfless action would extinguish his fire of attraction and aversion, that raga and dvesha. Line 9. प्रभताई सब कर्म करीजे, प्रभताई सब कर्म करीजे, अपना दोख सकल मटीजे, अपना दोख सकल मटीजे. प्रभताई सब कर्म करीजे, अपना दोख सकल मटीजे. Every action of his should take him closer to God. At present, His actions only take him away from God. His actions are self-centered. They are not selfless. He needs to remember that God is the owner of everything, not he. God is the owner of his wealth, home, family, and children. Line 10. प्रेम खुमारी में भयो लवलीना, प्रेम खुमारी में भयो लवलीना, सत ठाकर सब में एक चीना, सत ठाकर सब में एक चीना। प्रेम कुमारी में भयो लवलीना, सत ठाकर सब में एक चीना। Make him intoxicated in your love. Bless him so that he sees you in everybody. Comment. At present, he fails to see you in others. He is full of fear of others. How can he see you in others when he is full of fear? आप गवाया प्रभ के हेत, आप गवाया प्रभ के हेत, प्रभ जी पाया रूप अलेप, प्रभ जी पाया रूप अलेप। Let him become absorbed in you. Let him abandon himself completely in you. Let him be like God who takes care of everyone but does not take any credit. God does everything for him but does not ask for any credit. Line 12. जो कुछ कीना तिस रजाई, जो कुछ कीना तिस रजाई, तिसकी प्रीत में आप गवाई, तिसकी प्रीत में आप गवाई। जो कुछ कीना तिस रजाई, तिसकी प्रीत में आप गवाई। Let him accept the unfavorable outcome of his actions. God would take care of him in every outcome. Let him have this faith. Let him have so much love for faith that he becomes one with them. Let him have so much love for God that he becomes one with him. Line 13. मार्ग प्रेम का भेद पछाता, मार्ग प्रेम का भेद पछाता, निष्काम कर्म में रहे रंग राता, निष्काम कर्म में रहे रंग राता। मार्ग प्रेम का भेद पछाता, निष्काम कर्म में रहे रंग राता। He needs to be dyed in the color of selfless action. This is the secret of love, losing himself completely in God. Selfless action is the way to lose himself in God. Line 14. भूख प्यास सब दोख निवारी, भूख प्यास सब दोख निवारी, इंद्रिय विकार की दूषणा टारी, इंद्रिय विकार की दूषणा टारी। भूख प्यास सब दोख निवारी, इंद्रिय विकार की दूषणा टारी। Maharaji did not feel hungry or thirsty. God provides him with full appeasement. He does not need sensory enjoyment so much. He lives a simple life. The 5 principles of simplicity, service, satsang, truth and remembrance of God reduce his indulgence in sensory pleasures. He enjoys the bliss of God. He does not care much for sensory pleasures. Line 15. निर्द्वंद्व पद समता घर पाया, निर्द्वंद्व पद समता घर पाया, गवन विनाश मन लीन समाया, गवन विनाश मन लीन समाया। निर्द्वंद्व पद समता घर पाया, गवन विनाश मन लीन समाया. Selfless actions would reduce his attraction and aversion, that raga and dvesha. He would be more peaceful during his worldly actions. Selfless action would end the cycle of recurrent births and deaths. His mind would be absorbed into God. Line 16. छिन छिन नाम का भयो आहारी, छिन छिन नाम का भयो आहारी. प्रभ के रूप में रहे मतवारी, प्रभ के रूप में रहे मतवारी. छिन छिन नाम का भयो आहारी, प्रभु के रूप में रहे मतवारी. Let him meditate on the Mahamantra each and every moment. Let him be intoxicated with God. Line 17. सकल कर्म की वासना नासी, सकल कर्म की वासना नासी. निष्काम कर्म पर सा सुख राशि, निष्काम कर्म पर सा सुख राशि. सकल कर्म की वासना नासी, निष्काम कर्म पर सा सुख राशि. Remove desire in all his actions. Remove desire in all his actions. Let him accept your will in every outcome. Desire is the root of all his suffering. Selfless action is the treasure of peace. Line 18. सकली संपत प्रभ की जानी, सकली संपत प्रभ की जानी. तिसकी आज्ञा में नित वर्तानी, तिसकी आज्ञा में नित वर्तानी. सकली संपत प्रभ की जानी, तिसकी आज्ञा में नित वर्तानी. All his wealth belongs to God. Let him spend money as commanded by God. Let him spend money on a good cause. Line 19. अपनी ममता दुर्मत त्यागी, अपनी ममता दुर्मत त्यागी. निष्काम कर्म पर से वड भागी, निष्काम कर्म पर से वड भागी. अपनी ममता दुर्मत त्यागी, निष्काम कर्म पर से वड भागी. Let him renounce attachment to this body. Only a fortunate person learns selflessness during his actions. He follows the teaching of Maharaji. Line 20. सकल कर्म की वासना, प्रभ चरनी करे त्याग. मंगत आज्ञा मान के, पाए परम सुख वैराग. सकल कर्म की वासना, प्रभ चरनी करे त्याग. मंगत आज्ञा मान के, पाए परम सुख वैराग. सकल कर्म की वासना, प्रभ चरनी करे त्याग. मंगत आज्ञा मान के, पाए परम सुख वैराग. Let him surrender the outcome of all his actions to God, not his will, but God's will. He would attain supreme peace by accepting your will. This is true inner renunciation. This is the end of Shabad 1077. Shabad 1078. Line 1. कर्म फल इच्छा में जीव गरासा, कर्म फल इच्छा में जीव गरासा. फल के भोग में करे निवासा, फल के भोग में करे निवासा। कर्म फल इच्छा में जीव ग्रासा, फल के भोग में करे निवासा। The commentator is trapped in desire of fruit of action. He is always looking for gain. He does not want any loss. Even if he gets what he wants, he is still going to be unappeased. Line 2. एक पलक नहीं शांत पाए, एक पलक नहीं शांत पाए। जुग जुग जो चित भोग कमाए, जुग जुग जो चित भोग कमाए। एक पलक नहीं शांत पाए, जुग जुग जो चित भोग कमाए। He chased pleasure all his life, but he did not have even a moment of peace. Pleasure and peace were different. Pleasure only increased the craving for more pleasure. He was never satisfied. Line 3. सत ठाकर जब हृदय जाता, सत ठाकर जब हृदय जाता। भाव भगत से हुक्म पछाता, भाव भगत से हुक्म पछाता। सत ठाकर जब हृदय जाता, भाव भगत से हुक्म पछाता। He needs to develop ardent love for God. He needs to obey His will with love. Comment. God would take care of him. He needs to surrender completely in His care. He has enough for today. Tomorrow will take care of itself. Line 4. मान त्याग दीनता पाई, मान त्याग दीनता पाई। निष्काम कर्म तब भेद लखाई, निष्काम कर्म तब भेद देख लिखाई। मान त्याग दीनता पाई, निष्काम कर्म तब भेद लिखाई। He needs to renounce ahamkar or self-identification with this body. Then only would he know the secret of selfless action. God would take full care of him. He needs more faith and less self-reliance. Line 5. अपना जीवन तुझ कर मानी, अपना जीवन तुझ कर मानी। सत ठाकर की प्रभुता जानी, सत ठाकर की प्रभुता जानी। अपना जीवन तुझ कर मानी, सत ठाकर की प्रभुता जानी। He is so worried about this body, but this body would be destroyed like a bubble. He needs to sacrifice his body, mind and wealth for God. Line 6. परम शकत चित प्रीत से ध्याई, परम शकत चित प्रीत से ध्याई। सब कुछ हुआ प्रभ जान रजाई, सब कुछ हुआ प्रभ जान रजाई। परम शकत चित प्रीत से ध्याई, सब कुछ हुआ प्रभ जान रजाई। He needs to love God with fervor. He needs to be happy in His will. Line 7. आपा मत दूर मत सब हरी, आपा मत दूर मत सब हरी। जन्म जन्म की विपता टरी, जन्म जन्म की विपता टरी। His His selfishness has created a calamity for him for countless lives. Maharaji's teaching removes his selfishness. Line 8. प्रभ का स्वरूप घट पर घट पाई, प्रभ का स्वरूप घट पर घट पाई, दृढ़ निश्चय तब जीव को आई, दृढ़ निश्चय तब जीव को आई। प्रभ का स्वरूप घट प्रगट पाई, दृढ़ निश्चय तब जीव को आई। When he experiences God within this body, he does not doubt the presence of the Lord. He knows that God is taking care of him every moment. Line 9. मन माना तब निज घर आया, मन माना तब निज घर आया, सत ठाकर का मंगल गाया, सत ठाकर का मंगल गाया। मन माना तब निज घर आया, सत ठाकर का मंगल गाया। His mind concludes that the Lord alone is bliss himself. He was searching for happiness for countless lives. He has found what he was looking for. He is in ecstasy, seeing God's glory everywhere in everything. He is in rapture. Line 10. कर्म फल बंधन ममता नासी, कर्म फल बंधन ममता नासी, निष्काम कर्म शात परगासी, निष्काम कर्म शात परगासी। कर्म फल बंधन ममता नासी, निष्काम कर्म शात परगासी। His attachment to fruit of action is destroyed. O God, bless him so that he experiences peace during his actions. Help him let go and let God. Line 11. मार्ग सही मुकत पहचानी, मार्ग सही मुकत पहचानी, पर उपकार शोभा चित जानी, पर उपकार शोभा चित जानी। मार्ग सही मुकत पछानी, पर उपकार शोभा चित जानी। He needs to know the way of liberation. Helping others would free him from the bondage of body identification. Line 12. चित्त की अगन ज्ञान से नासी, चित्त की अगन ज्ञान से नासी, निश्चय पायो इक अबनासी, निश्चय पायो इक अबनासी। चित्त की अगन ज्ञान से नासी, निश्चय पायो इक अबनासी। The teaching of Maharaji would extinguish fire of his mental suffering. He would have complete faith in God. He would accept the will of the Lord. Line 13. मिथ्या देह से भयो उदास, मिथ्या देह से भयो उदास, निर्मल प्रीत प्रभ चरण उपास, निर्मल प्रीत प्रभ चरण उपास। मिथ्या देह से भयो उदास, निर्मल प्रीत प्रभ चरण उपास। He would be detached from this perishable body. He would have sublime and ardent devotion to God. Line 14. सर्जनहार सब बनत बनाई, सर्जनहार सब बनत बनाई, महिमा जान सब तिखा मिटाई, महिमा जान सब तिखा मिटाई। सर्जनहार सब बनत बनाई, महिमा जान सब त्रिखा मिटाई। He would know that everything happens in the will of God. He would stop worrying about the future. He would know that God is the doer. Line 15. अपनी सकल से अनफ छोड़ी, अपनी सकली से आनफ जोड़ी, पद पंकज में सुरता जोड़ी, पद पंकज में सुरता जोड़ी। अपनी सकल से आनफ छोड़ी, पद पंकज में सुरता जोड़ी। He needs to reduce his self-reliance and increase his reliance on God. He needs to surrender. Comment. His clever tricks only increase his misery. His self-reliance blocks his reliance of God. He needs to let go and let God. Line 16. होवनहार सब दात पछानी, होवनहार सब दात पछानी, दीन गरीबी हृदय जानी, दीन गरीबी हृदय जानी। होवनहार सब दात पछानी, दीन गरीबी हृदय जानी। Let him not get false pride if something good happens. Let him have gratitude and humility. Line 17. कौड़ी तुल नित आप विकाई, कौड़ी तुल नित आप विकाई, सबसे नीच आप कहलाई, सबसे नीच आप कहलाई। कौड़ी तुल नित आप विकाई, सबसे नीच आप कहलाई। Let him remember that everything is a gift of God. He is powerless even over his next breath. Line 18. प्रभु की आज्ञा में तन मन वारी, प्रभु की आज्ञा में तन मन वारी, निष्काम कर्म ये मार्ग सुखकारी, निष्काम कर्म ये मार्ग सुखकारी। प्रभु की आज्ञा में तन मन वारी, निष्काम कर्म ये मार्ग सुखकारी। He needs to sacrifice his body and mind in the will of God. Selfless action is the path to peace. Line 19. द्वंद्व विकार सब जाल विनासे, द्वंद्व विकार सब जाल विनासे, दृढ़ निश्चय जो करे उपासे, दृढ़ निश्चय जो करे उपासे। द्वंद्व विकार सब जाल विनासे, दृढ़ निश्चय जो करे उपासे। His net of duality would be destroyed. His attraction and aversion, that raga and dvesha, would be gone. He needs to meditate with firm determination. Comment. He needs to meditate at least twice daily. Meditation is more necessary than food. Food of the soul is more important than food of the body. Line 20. मार्ग ये कल्याण का, सतगुर दियो दिखलाई, मंगत प्रभु के चरण में तन मन भेंट कराई, मार्ग ये कल्याण का, सतगुर दियो दिखलाई, मंगत प्रभु के चरण में तन मन भेंट कराई। मार्ग ये कल्याण का, सतगुर दियो दिखलाई, मंगत प्रभु के चरण में तन मन भेंट कराई। Maharaj Ji has revealed the secret path to his redemption. He is very fortunate that he found a guide, the true. Now it is his turn to sacrifice his body and mind for this teaching. Comment. Maharaji has shown him the right direction, but he needs to walk on that path. True Guru has done his job. Now it is his turn to become a true disciple. That concludes Shabad 1078.